Today, President Biden and the White House expected to give an update on federal student loan relief, and we're hearing that could be as much as $10,000 in debt forgiven for those making under $125,000 a year. And that's federal loans, but many argue it's not the best choice for our struggling economy. And joining us now live this morning to explain more is economics instructor at Fresno City College, Pankratz. Aaron, good morning, and thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, thanks for having me, Megan.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
And just tell us, we're hearing this news, this big possibility, $10,000 forgiven for some. That's all of their student loan debt. Just what does this mean or look like for our economy?
Well, I like to analyze everything in two types of time frame. There's a short-term effect, and then there's a long-term effect. So I think short-term, this will be a real boost to our economy. This is a lot of additional spending that can happen in our economy immediately. Long-term, of course, we're going to have to pay for this, and it adds to, ironically, more of our national debt. We're taking out debt to pay off debt. But I think in the short term, this could be a real shot in the arm to an economy that's been struggling with rising prices, as we all know.
Right. People would have more money to pay for their groceries or their gas. We had a story on the rising cost of milk even at the grocery store. That's just persisting. One economist, Aaron, noted that this would kind of counteract or reduce the impact of the Inflation Reduction Act. Is that true?
It could somewhat, because the Inflation Reduction Act, one way it's trying to bring down prices is by raising taxes on businesses to slow down their spending somewhat and bring down prices a little bit. This would actually have, as you mentioned, that opposite effect. People having more money in their bank accounts to go out and spend in the economy immediately. And the goal of this would be to allow people to have that extra money to go out and spend. Consumer spending would increase, which unfortunately could actually drive up prices even further. So there is some truth to that worry, no doubt.
How could it drive up prices even more?
Well, the way that prices often will increase is just through spending. The more spending we have, the more money we have circulating in the economy, dollars being spent over and over, really causes prices to increase. So as we give millions of people $10,000 that they know they have now to spend, that could really create an additional inflationary scenario, unfortunately.
Okay. Do you think that this idea is the best way to ease the burden of these rising costs, or should we attempt something else?
Well, every policy has side effects, and unfortunately in this case, not everyone would be gaining the benefits of this. If you don't have student loan debt anymore, you won't be on the benefit side. You'll only be feeling the side effects, which could be additional inflation. But I do think it, like I mentioned, it would be a benefit to our economy in the short run. I think it would get us started again. The economy is already slowing down due to this inflation. So I do think it will help, and everyone would reap those benefits of a steamrolling economy, hopefully. Whether it's the best way or not, we could just give everybody money rather than just those who have debt. Of course, that has even more costs. So, there's pros and cons to every policy. I really do hope that this provides additional spending income for people and outweighs any of those negative side effects.
Okay, and I was just going to ask, what are the negative, but you've covered several of those possibilities. When governments forgive federal debt, do we see rising costs in other parts of society, even as you mentioned in the long term?
Yeah, especially the long term. That's my big worry, is that we are taking on additional debt. This is hundreds of billions of dollars that we'd be adding to our national debt, which has been ballooning in recent years. And someday we're going to have to pay the piper, so to speak, with this national debt and really raise taxes in the future to pay for these sorts of programs. So my hope is that if this policy does take effect, that the benefits to families will more than outweigh these costs, in the sense that we would be able to be in a better position in the future to pay higher taxes to pay off the cost of these programs. So that's my hope with something like this, because there are some pretty high costs to this, for sure.
All right, we're going to keep an eye on taxes then, see what happens there. That's the big one. Okay, there is some trade-off, basically, is what you're saying. You can't have it for free. Aaron Pankratz, Fresno City College economics professor, you head up the department there. Thank you so much for joining us live this morning on Eyewitness News.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Have a good morning in class there. And hey, 6:20. And coming up next, speaking of class, mental health in focus for students. What troubling signs to watch for as kids head back to school. We're live with Fresno Unified next.